it was just amazing because 1 year later, AK Batista with AUX bought all the area, so 3 public company for around $2 billion. So I said, wow, that's a nice business. I like it.
All right, everybody, I am back with Alex Boivin with Quimbaya Gold. He is the CEO, and we're here to talk about a very important set of documents that have been signed and partially confirmed, pending a few extra steps, about a couple of projects that they have acquired in Colombia. I'm super excited about this because it is super early stage. So when you eventually hear about these guys making discoveries and going out there and delineating, gold resources in a really great jurisdiction, it starts somewhere. It starts with something like this. It starts with a good team. It starts with an interesting project, with an interesting location, and with experience to back you up, and a few other things that we're going to discuss today. Alex, welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much, Fabi, for having me today. Very excited to talk about what's going on in Quimbaya Gold.
Yeah, there's lots of things going on, and it's kind of quiet for the summer most everywhere in the mining space. But you guys are actually hard at work. You're out there in the field. And before I get into it, whoever didn't watch our previous interview, can you just give us a quick introduction to your company? What's Quimbaya Gold all about?
Yes, of course. Quimbaya Gold, we're building the next big exploration company in Colombia. We have an amazing team with significant experience that helps us to navigate in the mining space in Colombia. Our flagship, with a new acquisition, our flagship project, which is named Tahami. It's located in Segovia mining district. It's an international mining district well known for gold, high-grade gold, and they are producing around 300,000 ounces yearly. So it's 600 million cells. So I'm very excited to tell you more about the projects and the company.
Awesome. So you're in a district where there's lots of gold being produced currently, and you've just signed these two projects, but you had or still have, as is my understanding of it, an initial project in Colombia. How do they compare? How is the project that you first had compared to these two that you've signed?
Yeah. So first of all, what is very important in Quimbaya Gold, it's all the management, board members, insiders were well invested, right? So that's the base for me in a public company and a mining company. You have to look at the management and the key people, how they invest in the company. So that part for me in Quimbaya, it's check. So we're 56% owner. And so we started with Burial Project. Burial Project, it's an amazing project with high-grade gold too. Let's say it's surrounded by small-scale mining. And for our vision, for us, it was an entry project, a lot of potential, but maybe not the project like international potential. So at the end, in the mining space and exploration, you always have to think about your final product too, not only in between and exploring for exploring. You do exploration, you should have a goal doing exploration. Is a neighbor can buy you? Can you make a merge? Can you sell your ore to a mill? So Burial Project, it's nice project. I mean, I have seen drilling campaign in the past, like the best target was 60 meters, 11 grams per ton, up to 98 grams per ton, depth 200 meters depth. So hull open. I mean, nice potential, very nice. But Segovia, well known with Grand Colombia Gold. It's been years that they are mining. I mean, it's just an amazing district. Everybody's mining there. The four company, let's say big company around us, they are all producing, and that's without all the small private company. So that's the place to be. High grade gold. I think Grand Colombia Gold now, Iris Mining has proved it, and we're very close to them. So we're very excited about that. We are still in the exploration, let's say, step cycle. We're in the early stage discovery. The asset we have never has been drilled, but we have historical data right now. We are kind of putting all together. We're doing an NI 42-101, so that will give us a lot of information about the historical data and also the type of the geology we have and what we can expect for the future. We're continuing to try to consolidate, or let's say grow our portfolio in this area. So Segovia, Tahami project. And we already have 4 historical mines on her title. So it has been mined in the past. So we know there is gold, we know there is silver. Alteration is very high. And we did a site visit with 2QP. Our teammates already go on and off there. They go 2 weeks, coming back 2 weeks. And so we're looking forward to receive, hopefully in the next few months, the drill targets. So now we're still putting all together. And after that, we will have a good exploration plan. And hopefully at the end, the goal is to merge, to sell our ore, or to do something in the area.
That's very interesting. You said that there are about like 4 former mines in your land
Yeah,
package?
I would say there's 4 big companies there around us. So Iris Mining, Segovia project. You have Touchstone, also Colombia. You have Soma Gold, and you have Mineros. So 4 company that, I mean, serious company there, and that's
Surround you.
for all the private production. We don't have any. We don't have any idea of what they're doing because it's not public. So
Right. Yes. So we can only see the public companies and what they put out about their production, but because they're private companies as well, you know that the number is going to be higher naturally. When we're talking about potential size and grade, I mean, what kind of grade are these other public companies extracting gold in the Segovia district? Do you have any sort of examples that we can compare it to?
yeah, it's a good question, very good question. So it's high grade gold. Like, I don't know all the exact number, because at the end, what we're seeing, it's more like the finish line, like how many ounces they sell at what price. But I will say, like, the minimum grades that I've seen there, it's 6-8 grams per ton, and it's not rare to see 20 grams per ton, 30 grams per ton. Like, if you go just look at Segovia, the project of Iris, they have until 100 grams per ton and maybe up. So that's the kind of high grade we have in Segovia. So I'm
That's
very excited about that
that's
because,
very high grade. That's high grade for adults.
yeah, exactly. With this type of grade, I mean, if you have a good management team and a good social environment, everything is possible. You can do a lot of things there.
Very good. Okay, so you just mentioned team a couple of times, and that's very important. Whenever you see artisanal mining in the area, and when that's part of your land package, to me as an investor, it's really important to know that we know the metal is there, the minerals are there. We just don't know how much, right?
Yeah,
I would rather go and invest in companies that tell me we need to figure out how much, rather than we have no idea whether there's anything here. It's just like, out in the open, you're in a completely new land. However, you're going to go in there and like have your first drilling campaign. When you raise the funds and are prepared to drill the different projects, how are you going to divide it up? Is there a plan to start off with a flagship, or are you going to split it in the 3 different projects that you own? How is that going to be decided?
yeah. So for now, we'll start with the Tahami project. So it's our flagship project in Segovia, already well known. I mean, with historical mines, it's helping a lot. Like you already have your drill targets basically, so you just have to define it where you want to drill, make a plan. But we know where we're going with the Tahami project on the exploration side. So I think in the next few months, even if it's summer in Europe and Canada, I mean, we're gonna work, we're gonna bring all the information, and we're gonna bring back to the market with drill targets, and we will see how many meters we want to do, and we will finance in consequence. Also, for the other project that I really like, it's my Tamac project, 2 hours south of Medellin, and this project it's 26,000 hectares, so it's big scale, and it's all, let's say, all our titles or application are touching each other, so it's continuous. And this it's very interesting. It's more early, less information about the area, very early stage, but potential it's enormous too. Because we have seen project like, if you look at Buritica, like Continental Gold before they sold, I mean, at the beginning it was a company 7 million market cap, just like us. And 10 years later, they sold it for 1.9 billion. So, and so many people have passed from this opportunity. So I'm very excited with what we have and the potential, and also with the value we have. We're just starting. It's 15 million shares out. We're gonna pay 10 million shares for the asset, the new asset. So I mean, everybody gets paid in shares. Everybody's involved. The new shares will be escrowed for 24 months. So everybody is on board, and it will be a 25 million market cap. I mean, insider will go up to 76%. We're gonna finance intelligently and step by step, because we don't want to dilute too much the company. At this price, I think we're way undervaluated. If I look at the comparables, what people are doing in Colombia, the upside it's very good. And also, I was in an event in Quebec, and I was listening Rick Rules saying that how I like this guy, always checking or looking for a company. The first thing is the management. And when I'm saying management, it's not only, okay, you did something, it's okay to have success in the past, but what he's saying is, let's say you build a mine in Canada and you did good, it doesn't mean you will be able to do it in Colombia. And what I'm seeing in Colombia for the last 10 years in the project that I did invest, with all the mistake, all the failure I had and our team and experience, the key, it's people in Colombia that they can make it happen. And so potential, the geology is there. And if you have the key people, and that's what we have with the new acquisition, I will say the people inside Mendes, they're amazing. They really know everything there, and we're well connected. We know to go boots on the ground. It's not like only office people, real people with big heart, and they want to do something, and they really want to define a good project and make it happen. So it's let's say we have a short, middle, long-term vision, but people are very involved. And for me, the key is the people on the ground. Also, not only you need to be able to finance and to be able to make your marketing. People has to know your company, and it has to become like something attractive, but also to bring the real people from the ground that are working there every day, talking with the people, building the team spirit. That's the key in a country like Colombia.
I agree. And what are some names on your team that you could mention of, boots on the ground, people with experience in Colombia that you think will be really helpful in the discovery process and exploration?
Yeah, so we have Andres Felipe, our country manager. He's a co-founder of Exploration Association in Colombia. I mean, he's well connected, and also he has talked with everybody in the mining space in Colombia. So he really knows what is working and what is not working. And what I like about this guy is a solution guy, positive guy, solution because it's not real that we won't have problems or we won't have a challenge. But this guy is reaction always positive, and he always find a solution and very fast. So that's amazing. We keep the momentum. I love it. And we have Ernesto that is joining the team. Ernesto, he is a software engineer and a lot of experience also in geology, because in 2010 there were 100 companies in Colombia, so they have seen everything. And he has a software to maintain the claims and the title. And I mean, it's the best technology in Colombia. All the big companies hire him to try to consolidate area. So he's part of the team. He's a shareholder. He's very involved, very smart guy. We have Fernanda, our geologist, chief geologist in Colombia. She was working for Anico Eagle, and now she's working with us, feet on the ground. And it's good to have a woman, a girl in her team, because they are well organized, and it's bringing a good vibe. So my women in mining in Colombia, it's a popular movement. I think it's international, but I mean it's a mix, and it's good to have a balance in the team.
For sure, that's awesome. I think we need more women wherever women want to go. That's good.
Exactly.
And one last question is, how on earth did you end up becoming the CEO of a junior mining company? Because you're a young guy, you could be doing anything, right? You could be involved in tech, you could be involved in this, anything that you'd like. Why mining? How did you fall into this industry?
Yeah, it's funny. In life, we never know where we're gonna go. I mean, I studied finance. Always like it to be with people and exchange communication, not only to be only in an office. I really like nature, so I fish, I hunt. So I can go on the land, boots on the ground with the people. And at one point in 2011, I had an invitation to invest in mining for first time of my life. Uh, and it was in California Valley in Colombia. And so I did a private placement, and it was just amazing because 1 year later, AK Batista with AUX bought all the area, so three public company for around $2 billion. So it was like private placement, wait a little, try to understand what's happening, and buy out. So I said, wow, that's a nice business. I like it. And so let's say I was lucky, but I have the adrenaline shot to be able to have a passion for that. So I went by myself since 2013 because we got bought out in 2012. I didn't speak a lot of Spanish at all. And so I tried to start in the industry, and step by step, I will say I did a lot of mistakes. It was painful, but I learned in life. I mean, you don't have to have pain to learn, but you learn more when it's painful than when it's easy. So I had a hard time, and also what I didn't understand at the time, it was a bear market for gold because the gold and silver went so down in 2013. The quantitative easing was they handed up, and I was a trader also in the silver with the future, so I did like it that kind of channel going to 36, going back to 26, and when it went to 26 and it went down to 22, the silver one shot, and so I learned a lot. And with the time, also what I learned the most in Colombia, I'm repeating myself, but the key is the people, because good project they have. If you don't have the good people at the end, the good project maybe won't work. And a good team, maybe with not the perfect project, they will always find a solution to bring the project up or to make a new acquisition with a bigger potential. And that's what we're doing. Us, we are foot in the country, and our vision is not only to do exploration, but to make sure we have a final product for someone or for a big company. And also what I can say, it's when people are going to come back in Colombia, because right now, if you can see that Barclays and Bank of America, they say, oh, it's time to go back to Colombia. We have seen that the pesos took 10% last month. I mean, it's coming back. And I will say something, if 100 companies, juniors come back to Colombia, it will be a pleasure for us to help them, because with 40,000 hectares, good position, we can make option, we can build a team spirit, not only with her team, but with other company, and create a synergy. That's what happened with California Valley. There were 4 company drilling all at the same time. Everybody was looking at them, and a guy arrived and bought everything for 2 billion. So that's possible. And it's part of our vision, but we don't control everything. So we're going to do our best.
Yeah, that's it. You just have to do what you can with the cards that you're dealt, I guess. That's exciting.
I call that dancing with the music. So many people, they dance, but they don't listen to music. You have to listen to music to dance good, no?
In South America, if you're not dancing to the music, like, you're not going to last very long.
They are very good dancer in South America.
I know.
It's a good place to learn.
I should know that. Yes, that's very true. Alex, thank you so much. Where can people go to find out more about Quimbaya Gold?
You can go on our website, Quimbaya Gold. We are on Twitter, Quimbaya Gold too. We are on LinkedIn. And I will say that our goal for the next few weeks, let's say months, because now it's summer, but we're still working. For us in Colombia, it's summer all year, so it's good. And so we're looking to define the drill targets. That's our next step. And when we will have the drill targets, we will be able to define a good plan, good financing plan, and go to the next step. So that's our next step, and very excited to have the result.
Awesome. I'm very much looking forward to that. Thank you so much, and I will chat to you soon.
Okay. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.